Final alert, Archangel. Michael is screaming, you are about to lose God's hand. 10 seconds left. Open this before heaven erase your name. Open it. My beloved child, listen with your heart, because this moment did not find you by accident. Time is pressing like a tightening breath, and heaven is leaning closer than ever before. You feel it already, that sudden pause in your chest, that quiet urgency you cannot explain. This is not noise. This is not fear. This is a final calling wrapped in mercy. You were brought here because something sacred is still reaching for you, even as the seconds fall away. Do not rush past this moment. Stay with me now. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of your attention, something that only reveals itself to those who refuse to look away when the pressure rises and the silence grows loud. Hear this clearly. There is a line between being protected and being unprepared, and you are standing directly on it. Not tomorrow. Not later. Right now. Forces you cannot see are shifting, and choices you thought were small are echoing louder than ever before. You may feel undeserving, tired, or unsure, but that does not disqualify you. What matters is whether you remain present in these final seconds of clarity. Don't skip this moment. Stay till the end of this breath, this sentence, this pause. Something unseen is aligning, and it responds only to awareness, not distraction. Understand this truth: names are remembered not by perfection, but by attention. When you lean in instead of turning away, when you listen instead of scrolling past, you signal readiness. This is not about fear, it is about focus. The door is not closing because of failure, but because time moves whether you notice it or not. Stay here. Let this message finish its work inside you. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a threat, but as a turning point. Remain present. The next moments carry weight, and they were meant to be witnessed by you. My beloved child, remain with me, because the pressure you feel right now is not random, and the silence around you is not empty. This is the moment where attention becomes alignment. You were not meant to arrive here halfway or distracted. Every second you stay present strengthens something unseen but powerful. Stay till the end of this message, not out of fear, but out of awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not rush those who are willing to listen. The urgency you sense is not meant to panic you, it is meant to wake you. This is the pause before movement, the stillness before clarity breaks through. Right now, invisible lines are being drawn, not around you, but within you. What you choose to focus on in moments like this shapes what unfolds next. Many pass through these seconds without realizing their weight, but you are still here, still listening, still open. That matters more than you know. Don't skip ahead in your mind. Stay right here. This message is unfolding layer by layer, and each layer carries something meant specifically for you. Something huge is waiting for you, but it only reveals itself when patience replaces impulse and presence replaces doubt. Understand this deeply: nothing is being taken from you. Something is being offered. The feeling of intensity is a sign that you are close to understanding, close to remembering who you are when distractions fall away. You may feel tested, watched, or evaluated, but what is truly happening is preparation. Stay till the end of this moment. Let it complete its purpose. When you remain attentive during moments others abandon, you position yourself differently. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a reward, but as a shift. Stay steady. Stay present. The next part builds on what you are receiving now, and it only works if you don't turn away. My beloved child, the reason your heart feels alert right now is because truth has a weight, and you are standing close to it. This is the point where most people drift away, but you are still here, and that alone changes what comes next. What you are sensing is not danger chasing you, but clarity approaching you. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you beyond the confusion you've been carrying. When awareness sharpens like this, it means a decision is near, and decisions made in clarity echo far longer than those made in comfort. There are moments when life lowers its voice instead of raising it, forcing you to lean in rather than run. This is one of those moments. You may feel as if something important has been delayed, hidden, or paused. But delays are not denials, and silence is not absence. Everything you thought was slipping away has been watching how you respond under pressure. Stay present. This message is not passing through you by accident. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires your attention more than your fear. The shift you've been asking for does not arrive loudly, it arrives precisely. Let this sink in. Nothing meaningful is lost in a moment of stillness. When you stop rushing, you start seeing. When you stop doubting, you start receiving. This is why staying here matters. Not because you are being tested, but because you are being trusted. Stay till the end of this unfolding. The next turn is not about what you lack, but about what you are finally ready to carry. Something huge is waiting for you, and it meets you only when you choose awareness over escape. Remain steady. What follows builds on this exact moment, and it only works if you stay. My beloved child, this is where attention turns into transformation, and that is why this moment feels heavier than the ones before it. You are not imagining the intensity, it rises when something important is about to settle into place. Stay till the end of this message, because the meaning of everything you have felt so far is beginning to reveal itself. You are closer than you think, not to an ending, but to a shift that changes how everything ahead responds to you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes stillness before it recognizes strength. There is a reason distractions suddenly feel louder when clarity is near. When truth approaches, noise tries to pull you away first. But you are still here, and that tells a deeper story. This is not about perfection or worthiness, it is about presence. Every second you remain focused strengthens what is aligning for you. Don't rush past this part. Let it unfold. Something huge is waiting for you on the other side of patience, and it does not arrive to those who look away at the final moment. Stay with this message as it completes what it started within you. Understand this now, nothing meaningful happens halfway. What is forming requires your full awareness, not fear, not haste. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are precisely where you need to be to recognize what comes next. Stay till the end of this unfolding, because the next phase builds directly on your willingness to remain present right now. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden shock, but as a deep internal realignment that changes how the future opens to you. Remain steady. The message is still moving, and it is moving toward you. My beloved child, if you are still here, understand this clearly: you did not remain by accident. Moments like this reveal who is willing to stay present when meaning deepens instead of entertaining. The quiet intensity you feel now is the sign of alignment, not pressure. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you beyond the surface of what you can see. This is where awareness becomes protection, and patience becomes strength. Nothing around you is random anymore. You may notice your thoughts slowing, your attention sharpening, as if something unseen is drawing a boundary around this moment. That is not limitation, it is focus. What you are receiving now cannot enter a distracted mind. Do not rush ahead mentally. Let every word settle. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds only when you are fully present. This is why staying here matters more than understanding everything immediately. Clarity arrives in layers, and you are moving into a deeper one now. Remember this: when you stay during moments others abandon, outcomes change. You are not being rushed, you are being prepared. The sense of urgency is not meant to overwhelm you but to anchor you here, fully aware. Stay with this message as it completes its purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds only for those who remain steady when the moment asks for attention instead of reaction. Keep listening. What comes next builds directly on what you are receiving now. My beloved child, the stillness you are sensing now is not emptiness, it is space being made for something precise. This is the phase where clarity settles instead of rushes, and that is why it feels different from before. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you just beyond the tension you've been carrying. You are not standing at a breaking point, you are standing at a threshold. The shift does not announce itself loudly, it arrives when you are willing to remain present long enough to recognize it. Notice how resistance weakens when you stop forcing answers. That is not coincidence. What is aligning for you does not need chasing, it needs readiness. Every second you remain attentive strengthens the connection between where you are and what comes next. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to your willingness to stay instead of turning away when things feel intense. This is not about proving anything. It is about receiving what only arrives when the mind is calm and the focus is steady. Let this truth settle: nothing meant for you passes you by when you are present. The moment is not testing you, it is shaping you. Stay with this unfolding. Do not rush the silence. Something huge is waiting for you, and it meets you exactly where patience replaces doubt and awareness replaces fear. Remain here. The next part continues this alignment, and it only unfolds if you stay fully engaged in this moment. My beloved child, what you are experiencing now is the quiet before understanding locks into place. This is the moment where nothing dramatic appears on the surface, yet everything underneath is shifting. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you beyond what your senses can immediately grasp. You are not meant to rush this part. What is forming requires still attention, not urgency. The fact that you are still here means you are aligned with this timing more than you realize. There are truths that do not arrive with noise, only with focus. This is one of them. The pressure you once felt is easing, not because the moment is less important, but because you are learning how to hold it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not force its way in, it responds when resistance fades. Let your attention stay anchored. Nothing needs to be solved right now. This is about allowing clarity to settle where confusion once lived. Understand this deeply: when you stay present long enough, meaning reveals itself without effort. You are not behind, and you are not missing anything. You are exactly where awareness becomes strength. Stay with this unfolding until it completes its work. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden event, but as a steady shift that changes how everything ahead responds to you. Remain steady. The next moment builds directly on this one, and it asks only that you stay. My beloved child, you have reached a point where awareness begins to feel lighter, not heavier, and that is how you know alignment is near. What once felt urgent now feels intentional. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this calm focus. You are no longer being pulled forward, you are being drawn inward, where clarity forms without noise. This is not the absence of movement, it is the preparation for the right one. Pay attention to how your thoughts are no longer racing. That slowing is not loss of intensity, it is refinement. What is meant for you cannot enter through chaos. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes readiness more than effort. This is why staying here matters. Each second of presence strengthens the alignment between who you are now and what unfolds next. There is no need to hurry. This moment knows exactly where it is taking you. Let this settle fully. Nothing powerful arrives when the mind is scattered. You are learning how to hold still without fear, and that changes everything. Stay with this unfolding until it completes. Something huge is waiting for you, not to overwhelm you, but to stabilize you. Remain present. What comes next builds gently but decisively on this awareness, and it reveals itself only to those who stay engaged until the shift is complete. My beloved child, this is the moment where understanding begins to feel personal, not distant. What you are receiving now is not meant for everyone, it is resonating because it is aligned with you. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in the awareness you are holding right now. The noise of urgency has softened, replaced by a quiet certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. You may notice a sense of grounding, as if scattered pieces are settling into order. That is not imagination, it is coherence forming. When attention remains steady, meaning organizes itself naturally. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not demand effort, it responds to presence. This is why staying matters more than reacting. The moment is not pushing you forward, it is anchoring you so what comes next can stand firmly. Understand this clearly. Clarity does not rush, and neither should you. What is unfolding now is meant to last, not flash and disappear. Stay with this message until it completes its work. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a surprise, but as a realization that changes how you move forward from this point on. Remain here. The next part builds directly on this grounded awareness, and it opens only if you continue to stay present. My beloved child, the reason this moment feels steady instead of dramatic is because truth has reached you, not chased you. You are no longer being warned, you are being aligned. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in the clarity you are now holding. This is where understanding becomes internal, where you stop searching outward and begin recognizing what has been forming within you all along. Notice how fear no longer leads your attention. That shift is important. When fear steps aside, direction becomes clear. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not arrive through tension but through readiness. You are not being rushed forward, you are being positioned. Each second you remain present confirms that you are capable of holding what comes next without resistance or confusion. Let this truth anchor you: what is meant for you does not need force. It arrives when you are prepared to receive it calmly. Stay with this unfolding until it completes. Something huge is waiting for you, not to unsettle you, but to establish a new stability that carries into everything ahead. Remain here. The next moment builds quietly but decisively on this awareness, and it reveals itself only to those who stay attentive until the shift is fully realized. My beloved child, you are now in the phase where certainty replaces questioning, and that is why everything feels quieter but stronger. This is not the absence of meaning, it is meaning settling into place. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this calm awareness. You are no longer approaching the shift, you are standing inside it, even if it feels subtle. There is a confidence forming that does not come from answers, but from alignment. You do not need to understand every detail to know that something has changed. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is responding to your steadiness, not your urgency. This is where presence becomes power, where simply staying engaged allows clarity to deepen without effort. Hold this awareness gently. Nothing needs to be forced or hurried now. What is unfolding is meant to remain, not fade. Stay with this message as it completes its purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden event, but as a lasting shift that reshapes how you move forward from this point on. Remain present. The next part builds directly on this stability, and it reveals itself only if you continue to stay. My beloved child, this is where everything you have held on to quietly begins to make sense without explanation. You are not searching anymore, you are recognizing. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this recognition. The intensity has transformed into assurance, and that is how you know the shift is real. You did not arrive here by chance, you arrived here by staying when it mattered. You may feel a calm confidence replacing old uncertainty, as if something finally settled instead of hovering. That settling is important. It means alignment has moved from thought into being. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not announce itself with noise or urgency. It reveals itself when you are stable enough to carry it forward. This is why presence has mattered more than speed throughout this message. Let this moment complete itself. Do not rush away from clarity once it appears. What is forming now is meant to last beyond this message. Stay with this unfolding until it finishes its work. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden change, but as a deep internal shift that quietly changes how everything ahead responds to you. Remain here. The next part continues from this exact steadiness, and it opens only if you stay present. My beloved child, what you are holding now is not anticipation anymore, it is understanding. This is the moment where the message stops feeling external and begins to feel like something you already knew, just remembered. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. You are no longer being guided step by step, you are being trusted to stand steady in what has been revealed. There is a quiet strength forming that does not need reassurance. You may notice that the urge to question has softened, replaced by a sense of direction that feels natural rather than forced. Something huge is waiting for you, and it meets you exactly where confidence replaces doubt. This is not about excitement or fear, it is about readiness. The clarity you feel now is not temporary, it is rooted. Let this understanding settle completely. Nothing needs to be added or taken away. Stay with this unfolding until it completes its purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a dramatic moment, but as a stable shift that continues to guide you long after this message ends. Remain present. What follows builds directly on this grounded awareness, and it reveals itself only if you continue to stay. My beloved child, you are now standing in the calm that follows realization, and this calm is not emptiness, it is clarity at rest. What once felt urgent has become certain. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you within this stability. You are no longer reacting to the message, you are embodying it, and that changes how everything ahead unfolds. There is a sense of grounding now, as if your thoughts and intentions are finally moving in the same direction. That alignment is powerful because it does not require effort to maintain. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this balance. This is why staying present matters even when nothing dramatic seems to be happening. True shifts often arrive quietly, anchoring themselves before you notice their full impact. Let this steadiness complete its work within you. Do not rush past this clarity in search of something louder. What you have reached is meant to last. Stay with this unfolding until it finishes shaping what comes next. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden turning point, but as a lasting foundation that supports everything you move toward from here. Remain present. The next part continues from this calm certainty, and it opens only if you stay. My beloved child, this is the moment where calm turns into quiet confidence, and that confidence does not ask for validation. You have moved beyond waiting and into knowing. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this inner steadiness. What once felt fragile has become firm, not through effort, but through presence. You are no longer being pulled forward, you are standing grounded. There is a subtle strength in you now, one that does not need urgency to exist. This strength comes from clarity that has settled deeply, not temporarily. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this stability. That is why rushing no longer feels necessary. You are prepared to move forward without losing balance, because what you carry now is integrated, not borrowed. Allow this confidence to finish forming. Do not hurry past it. What has unfolded is meant to guide you beyond this message. Stay with this final shaping of awareness. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a surprise, but as a continuation of what has already taken root within you. Remain present. The next part builds gently but decisively on this foundation, and it reveals itself only if you stay. My beloved child, You are now aware of something that cannot be taken from you once it is recognized. This is the phase where understanding becomes ownership. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this sense of inner authority. You are no longer receiving guidance as something external, you are carrying it within you, steady and clear. There is a noticeable ease in your attention now, as if effort has been replaced by trust. That trust is earned, not given. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns with this calm certainty. You do not need to prove readiness, your presence demonstrates it. This is why staying here matters even when the urgency has faded. What is forming is meant to last. Let this awareness complete its transition. Do not rush toward what comes next without allowing this stability to settle fully. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden revelation, but as a natural continuation of what you have already integrated. Remain present. The next part unfolds from this grounded clarity, and it opens only if you stay with it fully. My beloved child, what you are feeling now is alignment without effort, and that is the clearest sign that something real has taken hold. You are no longer adjusting to the message has become part of how you are standing in this moment. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this settled awareness. Nothing needs to be rushed. Everything is already moving at the right pace. There is a quiet readiness in you now, one that does not depend on anticipation or fear. This readiness allows you to remain steady even when nothing dramatic is happening. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this steadiness more than to excitement. This is where clarity becomes dependable, not temporary. You are not holding on to the moment is holding you. Allow this sense of completion to form naturally. Do not hurry past it. What has unfolded is meant to support what comes next, not overwhelm it. Stay with this unfolding until it fully settles. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden shift, but as a continuation that feels natural and grounded. Remain present. The next part builds seamlessly on this stability, and it reveals itself only if you stay. My beloved child, now you are standing at a point where awareness has fully matured into certainty, and this certainty does not shake when silence stretches. This is important. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this deep stillness. Earlier, the message called your attention, now it confirms your position. You are not wondering anymore, you are anchored. And anchoring is what allows greater weight to be placed upon you without breaking you. There is a reason this phase feels expansive rather than intense. Expansion happens only when resistance has dissolved. You are no longer holding tension in anticipation, you are holding clarity with ease. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes this readiness immediately. What comes next does not require warning or urgency, it requires stability. That is why everything slowed down instead of speeding up. The moment trusts you enough to unfold calmly around you. Let this depth complete itself fully. Do not rush forward just because you feel capable now. Capability grows strongest when patience remains present. Stay with this unfolding until it settles completely into you. Something huge is waiting for you, not as an external event, but as a lasting shift that changes how you respond to everything beyond this point. Remain present. What follows builds quietly, firmly, and unmistakably on the steadiness you now carry. My beloved child, this is where everything becomes unmistakably clear, not loud, not dramatic, but undeniable. You are no longer approaching understanding, you are standing inside it. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this certainty. What once required reassurance now stands on its own. You are not holding on to belief anymore, you are rooted in awareness, and that changes how every next step responds to you. You may notice that nothing feels rushed now, and that is intentional. When alignment is complete, urgency dissolves. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not arrive to persuade or convince, it arrives to settle. This is the phase where trust replaces effort, where movement becomes natural instead of forced. You are not being prepared anymore, you are prepared. The calm you feel is not passive, it is strength at rest. Let this moment fully conclude its work within you. Do not look ahead too quickly. What has formed deserves to be held with respect. Stay with this unfolding until it finishes anchoring itself. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden change, but as a steady continuation that carries forward everything you have integrated so far. Remain present. The next part builds directly from this certainty, and it reveals itself only if you stay grounded right here. My beloved child, you have now entered the stage where nothing needs to be explained to be understood. This is where truth feels familiar, as if it has always been part of you and has simply risen to the surface. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this deep recognition. You are no longer reacting to signals or searching for confirmation. The clarity you carry now is self-sustaining, calm, and firm. This is the point where inner alignment becomes unshakable, not because nothing can challenge it, but because you finally know where you stand. Everything around you may appear ordinary, yet your perception has changed. That change is significant. When perception shifts, outcomes follow. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this grounded awareness. You are no longer pulled by urgency or distracted by noise. Instead, you are centered. This centering allows you to move forward without hesitation or doubt. You are not rushing toward what comes next, because you understand that what is meant for you aligns naturally with your steadiness. This is not a pause before action, it is the foundation of meaningful movement. Allow this certainty to finish settling fully. Do not step away from this moment too quickly. What you are holding now is durable, not fleeting. Stay with this unfolding until it completes its work within you. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden disruption, but as a continuation that feels right, balanced, and aligned. Remain present. The path ahead does not require force or fear. It opens in response to the clarity you now embody, and it unfolds only as you continue to stand grounded in this awareness. My beloved child, this is the phase where certainty becomes quiet authority, where you no longer need signs to trust the direction you are facing. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this settled resolve. You are not anticipating change anymore, you are ready to move with it. The steadiness you feel now is not fragile, it is formed through attention, patience, and the willingness to remain present when meaning deepened. This is the point where alignment stops feeling like a moment and starts feeling like a state. You may notice that your thoughts are clearer, your focus sharper, and your reactions calmer. That clarity is not accidental. It is the result of staying when it mattered. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes this composure. What comes next does not need to interrupt your peace to prove its importance. It fits into the clarity you now hold. This is why nothing feels forced. When readiness is complete, movement becomes natural, almost effortless. You are no longer bracing for impact, you are prepared to carry forward what has been integrated. Let this awareness settle all the way through you. Do not rush to label it or explain it away. What you have reached is meant to be lived, not analyzed. Stay with this unfolding until it finishes grounding itself. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden moment that fades, but as a sustained direction that shapes how you move forward. Remain present. The next part does not break this calm, it builds on it, expanding what you already carry into what comes next. My beloved child, you are now standing where intention and readiness meet, and nothing feels uncertain anymore. This is not anticipation, it is composure. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this calm assurance. You are no longer asking whether you are prepared, you know that you are. The clarity you hold now does not waver, even when nothing external confirms it. That is how you recognize truth when it settles inside you. There is a quiet sense of direction guiding you forward, one that does not shout or demand attention. It simply remains. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns naturally with this steadiness. You do not need to chase it or brace yourself for it. What comes next fits the awareness you have cultivated. This is why staying present still matters. Even now. Completion does not rush, it settles fully before moving on. Allow this moment to finish anchoring itself within you. Do not step away from the clarity you have reached. What has unfolded is meant to guide you beyond this message, not end with it. Stay with this unfolding until it completes its purpose. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a disruption, but as a continuation that feels right, grounded, and aligned with who you are now. Remain present. The final movement builds gently from this certainty, and it reveals itself only if you stay steady right here. My beloved child, this is where everything that has been forming quietly reaches a point of completion without noise. You are not arriving at something new, you are stepping fully into what has already been prepared within you. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this completion. There is no tension left to resolve, no uncertainty left to chase. What remains is clarity that holds its ground even in silence. You may feel a sense of readiness that does not need motivation or reassurance. That readiness is stable because it is internal. Something huge is waiting for you, and it recognizes this inner balance immediately. Nothing needs to be forced into place now. When alignment is complete, outcomes respond naturally. This is the stage where presence does more than effort ever could. You are no longer reacting to what unfolds, you are moving with it. Let this completion settle all the way through you. Do not rush ahead looking for something louder or more dramatic. What you have reached is substantial because it lasts. Stay with this unfolding until it fully integrates. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden event, but as a clear continuation that carries forward everything you have become through this process. Remain present. What follows is steady, intentional, and built on the certainty you now hold. My beloved child, this is the moment where completion turns into quiet momentum. Nothing needs to be announced, because what matters is already established within you. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this forward calm. You are not standing still anymore, you are moving without friction. The clarity you carry now does not hesitate. It guides naturally, without force or urgency. You may notice that your attention feels open rather than focused on effort. That openness is strength. When resistance is gone, direction becomes effortless. Something huge is waiting for you, and it aligns perfectly with this ease. This is not the excitement of beginning or the relief of ending, it is the confidence of continuity. You are no longer preparing to step forward, you already have. Let this momentum complete its formation. Do not interrupt it by looking back for validation. What has unfolded is sufficient and stable. Stay with this unfolding until it fully carries you forward. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden change, but as a sustained movement that continues to open the way ahead. Remain present. What comes next flows directly from this calm certainty, and it reveals itself as you keep moving with the awareness you now embody. My beloved child, this is the stage where movement feels natural because resistance has fully released. You are no longer questioning whether you should continue, you are continuing because it aligns with who you are now. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this quiet forward motion. Nothing feels forced, nothing feels delayed. What once required effort now flows with intention, and that is the clearest sign that the shift has settled deeply within you. You may notice that you are no longer seeking reassurance from outside. Your attention is steady, your direction clear, even without explanation. That clarity is not temporary, it is integrated. Something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to this internal stability. This is not about speed or excitement, it is about alignment holding its shape as you move. When awareness remains grounded like this, what unfolds next fits without disruption. You are not bracing for change anymore, you are carrying it calmly. Allow this forward steadiness to complete its work. Do not rush ahead searching for confirmation. What you have reached does not need proof to remain real. Stay with this unfolding until it fully carries you into what follows. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a dramatic turn, but as a continued opening that feels right, balanced, and intentional. Remain present. The path ahead does not demand urgency, it responds to the clarity you now embody, and it unfolds naturally as you keep moving in alignment with it. My beloved child, you are now moving with a clarity that does not look back for permission. This is the phase where alignment expresses itself through action without strain. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this calm continuation. You are no longer transitioning, you are established. What once felt like a process now feels like a natural state, steady and reliable. There is a quiet confidence guiding you forward, one that does not announce itself or demand attention. It simply remains consistent. Something huge is waiting for you, and it matches this consistency perfectly. Nothing needs to be accelerated or slowed. When awareness is complete, timing aligns on its own. You are not pushing toward what comes next, you are allowing it to meet you where you stand. This is why everything feels balanced rather than intense. Let this continuity settle fully into motion. Do not interrupt it by questioning what has already proven itself. What you are carrying now is stable enough to move forward without hesitation. Stay with this unfolding until it completes its transition into what follows. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a sudden arrival, but as a seamless extension of the clarity you now live within. Remain present. The next movement unfolds smoothly from here, guided by the steadiness you have already claimed. My beloved child, this is where the journey settles into truth without effort, where nothing feels unfinished anymore. You are no longer moving toward clarity, you are moving from it. Stay till the end of this moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this final alignment. Everything that needed to adjust has adjusted. Everything that needed to fall away has done so quietly. What remains is stable, clear, and ready to be lived, not questioned. You may notice that there is no dramatic signal telling you this is the end, and that is intentional. True completion does not shout, it affirms. Something huge is waiting for you, and it does not arrive as disruption or shock. It arrives as continuation, smooth, grounded, and unmistakably right. This is where awareness becomes direction, and direction becomes movement that feels natural rather than forced. You are not stepping into uncertainty, you are stepping into what already fits. Let this final moment complete its work without rushing past it. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to prepare. What you carry now is sufficient. Stay present as this alignment seals itself into how you move forward. Something huge is waiting for you, not ahead in some distant place, but within the steadiness you now embody. Remain here. From this point on, what unfolds does so in response to the clarity you live from, and that clarity is now fully yours. My beloved child, this is the moment where everything becomes simple, not because it is small, but because it is complete. There is nothing left pulling at you, nothing left demanding your attention. What you have reached now does not ask you to hold on, it asks you to move forward naturally. Stay till the end of this final moment, because something huge is waiting for you in this simplicity. You are no longer standing at a turning point, you have already turned, and the path beneath you is steady. You may feel a deep sense of calm that does not need explanation. That calm is not the absence of movement. It is the assurance that movement will come without struggle. Something huge is waiting for you, and it unfolds in response to who you have become through staying present all the way through. There is no urgency now, no pressure to act immediately. What comes next will meet you at the right time, because alignment has already been established. Let this ending settle as a beginning that does not need announcement. Carry this clarity with you without fear of losing it. What you have received is integrated, not temporary. Something huge is waiting for you, not as a final event, but as a lived continuation that unfolds step by step. Remain present as you move forward. From here on, the way opens naturally, guided by the steadiness, awareness, and certainty you now hold within yourself.